It's May 2022 and I'm in the prettiest town in France for almost fairy tale Colmar. Colmar is located in Alsace, today in the very east of France, but has passed backwards and forwards between various nations over the centuries, with the city being part of Germany from 1871 until 1918, and again from 1940 to 1945. Today, the city is most famous for its incredibly well-preserved Old Town, made all the more picturesque by the Lausch River, which flows through the Old Town in an area called Little Venice. The first mention of Colmar was made by Charlemagne, and by 884 the town was significant enough that the Emperor Charles the Fat held a diet, a political assembly not weight loss programme, here. In 1226 the city was granted free imperial city status, which it held until it was ceded to France under the Treaty of Nijmegen in 1679. Though it also spent a short 2-year period under the control of the Swedish army during the 30 Years' War in 1632. Colmar, along the rest of Alsace, was annexed by the newly formed German Empire in 1871 following the Franco-Prussian War of 1870, and remained under German control until it was returned to France under the Treaty of Versailles at the end of World War I. Given its location so close to the border, it was inevitable that the Nazis would annex back the city, and it fell to them in 1940, before finally being returned back to the French in 1945. Perhaps because of its continual changing of hands over the centuries, the city was spared the destructions that were brought on other nearby cities and towns by the French Revolution, the Franco-Prussian War, and the First and Second World Wars. And today, the old town looks the same as it would have done centuries ago. The countless squares and narrow lanes of the city house row upon row of historic buildings, with every turn revealing yet more fairy tale-esque buildings. The Resistance Martyrs Square is one of the main central points of the city, and it's from here that you can join the different land trains or horse-drawn tours of the city. It's also home to the Musée Unterlinden. The museum is housed in the former 13th century Dominican Sisters Convent and the 1906 former public baths building, linked by a series of underground galleries that house a number of the museum's historical and religious statues and artefacts. You can also explore the former cloister of the convent. And the former chapel now houses religious art. Nearby, the Musée du Jouet is dedicated to historic toys and games. including a number of model railway layouts that cover a large part of one of the upper floors. The Musée d'Histoire Naturelle et d'Ethnographie looks at the natural history of the city and surrounding region, with a number of displays of stuffed animals, all local to the area, as well as several rooms of artefacts from former French and German colonies, reflecting the changing countries the museum has found itself in since its founding in 1859. The Musée Bartholdi, located in the birthplace of sculptor Frederick Auguste Bartholdi, shows his life through his works, the most famous being the Statue of Liberty. The Church of St-Martin sits in the centre of the city and is the largest church in the city and one of the largest in the region. Meanwhile, the nearby former church of the Dominicans is an art gallery dedicated to displaying 14th century stained glass and the priceless Virgin in a Rose Garden by Martin Schongauer. If all the museums and churches become too much, you can always relax by taking a boat trip along a stretch of the River Lau to take in some of the best views of the city. Next time, I head further into the Alsace wine region as I use the Kutzig tour bus to explore the historic and picturesque towns and villages of the region, from vineyards and churches to castles and markets.